Good morning. It's Wednesday, September 4th, and today I want to talk to you about a sport that I haven't played in over 10 years. I was a golfer. I golfed in the Bronx when I was younger, and then when I moved to Long Island, I continued to golf, and I golfed for over 50 years. But then about 10 years ago, I gave the game up for a lot of personal reasons, which I won't get into right now, or will I ever probably get into it. But I still follow golf to some extent, not as much as I used to, but I have to admit that Scotty Scheffler is the best golfer in the world right now, and he won something like 8 tournaments this year. Now that's an incredible number. And he won some of the majors. So he is a wonderful golfer and way ahead of his competition. But because of this greatness, he has a member of his staff that has also become great. And that's his caddy. Scotty Scheffler's caddy earned more money this year than 220 PGA golf stars. And that's including Tiger Woods. Because it's an interesting fact about the way the earnings that golfers make is divvied up with their staff. And the main member of their staff is their caddy. You cannot appreciate how much a caddy does for the golfer until you've been involved in the sport. And I played the sport for over 50 years. And I played with a caddy maybe twice in my entire career. Because men like me, who are average citizens and go out for fun, usually don't have a caddy. We ride a golf cart or we choose, as I did in my early days, to carry the bag on my back. A lightweight bag with 14 clubs in it. Right? And that was no easy task to learn how to carry the clubs. But I did it for many, many years. And then as I got older and I joined some other country clubs, I was forced to ride in the cart, so to speak. But getting back to the tour and to the money that is distributed, the caddies have a deal. I don't know if it's a contract that's formally signed, but the money is distributed based upon how well the player does. And so the caddy gets 10% of the purse if the golfer they're caddying for wins. But if he comes in second or something, then they get like 7% of the purse. And if he drops down below that, they get 5%. Well, Scotty Scheffler's caddy this year earned over $5 million. Imagine that, a caddy who earned over $5 million for carrying the player's golf bag. And he does more than play the golf, carry the bag. I am sure that there are times during any event that the caddy has advice that he gives to the golfer. Now, of course, there are probably many golfers who don't take much advice from their caddies. But I assure you that Scotty Scheffler's caddy, who made over $5 million, as I said this year, is not afraid to speak up when the time is right, when Scheffler needs some kind of calming or some information that the caddy thinks is critical. And I think being a caddy is a very difficult job, much more difficult than you can imagine. And as I said, I played golf for many years, and I only had a caddy a couple of times. And they're very helpful. They can give you advice on the course if you don't know what's going on in a particular place. But I am sure that Scheffler's caddy knows more than you could imagine. And I am sure part of his job is to go out on the golf course before the golfer goes to play, and to walk the course and to see where the hazards are and where the deep rough is and where the water comes into play. He has to know all of those things. Because if you watch any golf, as I did many, many times, there's a conversation between the caddy and the player. And the caddy gives advice. And they don't keep their jobs for very long if they give poor advice. So caddies are an unusual breed of helper. They have to be an expert in the lie of the land, the deep grass, the short grass, the sand, the water hazards. All of those things affect the earnings of the golfer. So if you don't have a great caddy, the chances are that you're not going to be such a great player all the time. The players get a lot of credit. They are entitled to all the credit that they get. They hit difficult shots and delicate shots. And if you've never played golf, you cannot appreciate the skill that's required to play that game. And most people who go out and play the game never really become skillful at it, because it's a difficult thing. It takes practice. It takes years to learn the game and understand what it is to be on a golf course and what the grass and the water and the sand do to you. So I can understand why Scotty Scheffler's caddy made so much money. Because Scheffler is great and his caddy is probably equally great. And I leave you with that this morning. The opportunity to make money. Become a caddy if you can. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you.